So we're back. For some reason, I got an unsolicited clan invite. Um, I'm sure it's a wonderful clan, but usually I have to have conversations with people, kind of figure out what kind of person they are and how they play, what kind of people I'm dealing with. I don't just want to blindly join the clan because I was invited. Plus, I'm trying to eventually. I will end up creating my own clan probably with this account, so we'll see. Just a little surprised that I got invited. Well, Sevlon Samaris did say come back by his place, so let's see what he's going on about. I don't think I have another.
Hey, are you gonna help these people
I can't rank up with Syndicate because I don't have another format yet. I have one building though. So that'll be something I have to do tomorrow, apparently. But anyway, back to this.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks, if they could.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the Limbo quest next. I don't know why. I kind of like that quest. It's kind of fun. It's a lot of Arcwing stuff though. But that's alright. I definitely need to level my Arcwing up. And it's worth a lot of experience leveling it up, so it's something I need to definitely work on. I think he just has me come back so he can offer me a daily target, but we'll see.
I see we are of like mind.
There we
I
go.
have a thirst for knowledge that only synthesis can satisfy.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. You can come and
is the current
get a daily target.
My curiosity.
So you say, I will perform the synthesis, and
good. Even while others are blinded by petty
I believe it gives me quite a while actually to do this, but if I find 3 of these scorpion, which are Grenier machete guys, or girls I guess, then I can come back and get rewarded that extra faction for them. Plus, I think you get a little bit of faction as you capture them each time too. And like I said, I want to build up where I buy these widgets first. That's probably the one I want first, the one that recharges scanner. That one would be probably the second. Yeah, these two are definitely the first two I want to get. That one just makes such a difference. There's you gotta have it basically. Anyway, so I did get some daily targets. Plus, that's added to the other targets I have as well. Like so you can once you do all these though, that's it. There's no more. But you can come in here and pick one of these targets. That's funny because his target for me is a Grenier, and then the one I picked up this is infested. So I have a pretty good chance of finding them. So we'll see. Oh wow, I still have my affinity and everything. Cool. I guess that means I should probably get busy doing something. Might as well take advantage of it. So you could always go and sit in a relay and hope that somebody uses one of those buffs on you. I don't know if it's really necessarily worth your time to do that, but it could be. If you play during the main times of the day when people are playing, you can go there and probably within a few minutes you'll get a buff, I would think, but it's not something I'm used to going looking for because, like I said, I do. Well, my account I normally play, I'm able to do that, and my friend's able to do that at any time we want to, so we just go and cast them ourselves on ourselves half the time when we want them. Like if he's leveling stuff, we'll go and put an affinity. And then when his runs out, maybe we'll put mine on, or we'll take an affinity and a resource at the same time, or something like that. Plus, it's nice for the people who are there to get 2 buffs instead of 1, like I did that time. So it's kind of neat. I don't want to do the damage stuff yet. It's alright, but like I said, some of it's kind of hard to do. Not all of it, but some of it's We definitely will be getting to that.
Operator,
I just would
were
like
you
to do
visualizing a bloody battle?
some of these quests first. So let's start with this limbo.
So, this limbo theorem you picked up, it's supposed to lead to a new Warframe? Well, it's woefully incomplete. Half-written proofs, unfinished equations?
So,
what idiot wrote this mess?
In my experience,
okay. There is one thing here.
Limbo is
a tuning frequency, but it's...
Limbo is one of those Warframes that either you like it or you hate it. Part of it's done by people who are really bad at using Limbo. They keep putting people into the stasis and stuff like that, which like it's like kind of I'll refer to it as like a alternate, dimension basically. So anything inside there you can hit while you're in there, and anything outside there you can't. But there's players that cast it on other players all the time, and then the players can't do any damage, and I can't figure out why. All you have to do is roll to get out of it, but some people don't realize that. And it's really irritating. And it really irritates me, especially since I know how to play Limbo, when other players are doing that, and I'm like, there's really no point in doing that, unless it's on accident or something. I mean, I'm sure that could happen. But it's just kind of really rude. And then people need to know that you can't shoot through that bubble for Limbo. You can shoot from the inside out and stuff like that, but it's not just a bubble you can shoot through. Frost's bubble is the same way. You can't shoot through it. You can shoot out of it. But there are some times when it's just not appropriate to use Limbo. But on the other hand, Limbo's number 4 ability, triangle, whatever we call it, fourth ability, creates this huge bubble, and if you use their second ability, it'll actually freeze people that come inside that bubble. So you can just do whatever you want to especially when it comes to like infested. I don't think there's infested that can cancel it, so they just end up getting, the snot beat out of them because they're just standing there when you can beat them up. And it kind of protects you. Then you want the mod Limbo to have extra hit points and stuff because of that. Because you can just like roll forward or jump forward, and you can put yourself into this state where they can't hurt you. So it's kind of nice for that. But Limbo has a lot of other uses than that. I mean, my favorite is actually for doing the, I forgot the name of it now. Arena, part where you can basically you can guard the other team's goal to where they cannot score. They cannot score at all. If you can keep that bubble up and everything else, and Limbo doesn't die, there's really almost no chance for them to score. But you have to have pretty good duration on it, otherwise they're just wasting your time. I could show you sometime. I should probably show some of my builds at some point on my other account, just to get an idea of a couple ideas you can do. So the way I feel about builds, though, is if you want to take a general idea, don't just copy somebody else's build. And I say that because I've seen people who just copy people's build and they have no idea what that build does. They have no idea how that works. They have no idea why that works. They just flat out copy it. And I see so many videos on YouTube, especially, where people are like, "Hey, here's my build." Like, okay, well, why does your build work that way? That's more important information than, "Hey, here's a bunch of random mods I placed on something." And it kind of irritates me because when people see that and they do that, they aren't learning the game. They're just copying something somebody else did. Whereas if they learn how the mods work and why certain things work a certain way, or certain Warframes work a certain way, then they would learn a lot more. A good example I would use is Nova. Nova has an ability to slow down enemies as they're running towards you. That's really great. But if you take Nova's strength down, it actually speeds up enemies. So while it seems like that would be a negative thing, it's actually really nice. So, and that's the difference between Slow Nova and Speed Nova. Slow Nova has a positive strength, or a higher strength than 100 usually. Whereas Speed Nova is going to have the lowest strength you can possibly get with mods, so that it actually makes things faster. You're like, why the heck would I want things coming at me even faster when I'm trying to do a mission? So that you're not spending 3 years in a defense mission waiting for things to come. Plus, when Nova does that, it makes them, when they explode, when you hit them or kill them, it does damage and it can kill the other ones around them. So it's pretty handy for that. That's just one example of, it helps to know how things work. I can think other examples, but this is just the first one that pops in my head. I mean, another one easily would be Meza, whereas if you don't have a melee weapon, it actually reloads and I think does more damage. But I know reloads faster, primary and secondary guns. So, and if you play Meza a certain way, you probably don't necessarily need a melee weapon. I think we're supposed to be killing everything, not just standing here. Okay. Figure out why it wasn't converting, but that's why. Alright. So, we could normally leave, but I want to stay and get some more of those. Little, bubble, I can't think what the heck you call them. Because we're going to need them again for other parts of this mission. These proofs, we're going to need 3 for each phase. So I want to try to get at least 9 of them. Or more, just to be on the safe side, because I can't remember how many times you have to do this, but... And this is really not a bad mission. It's a really easy way to build up your Arcwing stuff. So it's not bad at all. And the way I like to do this mission is I like to convert all these points, and then don't stand on one of the points, but go in the middle of the map, have the enemy attack you and come at you, and you can fight them there, and then if they're fighting you, they're not busy trying to convert these different capture points. Sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just spend all your time running from point to point. But it seems to work pretty good for me. First you gotta be able to convert them all before they start showing up and ruining your plan here. Dying. Okay. Alright, so that point's captured, so we're gonna move out here away from that thing a little bit. Hopefully that means they'll start coming after me instead of it. Oh, it's not captured yet. Almost. Well, we want to make sure we capture it before we do that then. And now we gotta go back to A, because A is not captured, but that's, once you get them all captured, that's what you want to do. You want to try to just lure them out in the middle of the map and fight them so that they're not reconverting all this stuff. Redoing all the work you just did. Why is there something? So you want to keep these guys outside of this circle. Oh boy. We're doing a really good job of reconverting these things today. So anyway, you want to try to keep them. That works. There we go. Well, we already have a pretty good lead on them, so if we keep 2 points, we're pretty much guaranteed to win at some point. And we have 3, but still want to go reconvert this other one. We try to get 4 at a time. I'm glad when I get this sword a little bit stronger, it would be nice. Anyway, lots of things like that. So I mean, I think my goal would be more, and I know so far it's been hard to really show you mods because I don't have very many of them. But that's really some of the point too, is you want to work on